first time I indirectly met Ashley was, we were in her cousin John's room and he's playing video games. And I hear this like Christmas music and it's, you know, like a choir kind of a thing. And it's so crisp and clear that it couldn't have been from the radio. I thought it was like maybe just like an MP3 playing or a CD or just the radio, but it's just like, no, like there's no way. Cause you know, it can't be coming from a boombox, there's no way. So I'm like, it's like right in that other room, you know? So then I asked her cousin, like, where's that music coming from? He's like, oh, that's my, and like without even breaking it, like he's just still completely focused on the game, without even breaking like eye contact. He's like, oh, that's just my cousin singing again. And it was her singing. And that's what I was just like, oh my God, that's her singing? So I indirectly met her that way. I mean, of course, like sooner or later we actually like met in person or whatnot, but that was my first interaction with her. What she didn't even know was that she was singing in the kitchen.
Happened to be in my cousin's room. They weren't in there anymore. And then a guy was, who I eventually found out was him, he walked by like in my cousin's room there was a door and it was open. And I was still singing, like twirling around. I don't know what I was singing. Fa la la la, no. But he came to that opening to find my cousin John. And so I happened to be twirling and I turned around and I just stopped in terror, just like one, embarrassed that I was just singing and not really paying attention to who was around me, but also like, who are you? You know, like, why are you? Because coming to that door, you have to come, you know, pretty far onto the property. So it's like, who are you? And
some random
that was kind of scary, but
your house. Like,
yeah,
you're like, you're not supposed to be here, sir.
But yeah, and then after that, I mean, he would always come over to our neighbor's house because they were friends, and then, you know, became friends with my cousin John, and we would always be outside playing basketball or football on the street, and those were really good times.
Anytime I think of her name or someone says her name out loud, I just instantly think of like, one, just laughter, but her giggle. Her giggle is just so...
I was so confident you were going to say my butt.
Oh, well, no, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, come on now, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, no, just her, like, I love making her laugh. That's probably why I love her as much as I do. It's like, anytime I can make her laugh or smile or giggle, it's just like, that just gives me so much purpose in this life. And so, like, for the rest of my life, it's my mission to just keep making her smile and giggle and laugh. And us being in each other's lives made us better people. You know, I saw how she was, you know, dealing with different aspects in her life, whether it was school, family, friends, you know, financial stuff, whatever. And it's just like, I need to be more like that, because that's what I'm lacking. You know, the courage, the patience, you know, still being able to put on a happy face and think the positives. You know, and that made me want to strive to be a better person. So, yeah.
Could those just be our vows?
My vows are gonna be awesome. Okay, way better than that. I wanted to propose at the top of the Ferris wheel. And, you know, because it's overlooking the entire park, at the highest part of the park, you can see everything. And so it's like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, you actually got to start proposing or getting ready to propose at maybe like, you know, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on the clock here. So by the time she says yes or no, you're already at the top of the park. And so so she goes on the other side of the cart just to look out, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. You're like playing into my hand here. And so then I'm like, okay, I got this box. I have it in my hand, and then I scoot over to the other side, and then she's still looking that way, and I'm behind her as I tap her on the shoulder, and she's just like, and I go like this, and it's not open yet, it's just the box. And she's like, what is it? And I was like, what do you mean, what is it? What do you think it is? And then she thought,
I was like, yeah, he goes, what do you think it is? Like, I could, like, just kind of sarcastic, and I was just like, what do you mean, what is it? And the reason why I was acting that way was because I thought it was a piece of something to the gondola.
Like it fell off. Like a piece of the gondola had ripped off mid-flight.
And if you guys saw this box, you would understand it just looks like it's
like a knob.
A piece to something.
Yeah, it looks like it covers up a bolt, or it's like a knob to something that screws off like the safety features of the cart.
So that's why I was freaking out.
Yeah. So then she was like, well, what is it? What is it? And then I got on one knee.
Used a few other choice words.
So I got on one knee. Yeah, it all happened in a blur. So I got on one knee, and then I opened up the box, and then she thought I was still kidding. She's like, no, you're kidding. You're a jerk. And I was like,
no, you didn't open the box.
No, you thought, and then I got on one knee.
Yeah.
And then she said that, and then I opened it up, and she was just like a whole rush of emotions. But as this whole thing is happening, the wheel is still turning. So she didn't
I just
even,
wanted to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, so she didn't even and then I said, oh God, what did I say? I'm trying to get it.
The ride's gonna finish. And
I said, will you please make me the happiest man in the happiest place on earth? Yeah. So then basically she was so like, and it's still turning, and she hasn't given me an answer, and we're getting kicked off this wheel in about 13 seconds, and I'm like, we're at the bottom of this point. I was like, well, you gotta give me an answer because they're gonna kick us off this wheel. And so then I forgot that you go twice. And so
I already said yes.
Yeah, so she had said yes, and then we go up.
And they're like, oh, okay.
And then you go up for another spin, and so it's just like a victory lap kind of a thing. So it was really nice, but yeah, that was definitely a very fond memory because it was just so much of the back history, meeting up with something I've been wanting to do for a very long time.